Welcome back to The Real South Africa Travel and Tourism. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel, and we will see you on the inside. Enjoy. All right, guys, welcome back to The Real South Africa. We have another first impressions video. Make sure you like and make sure you subscribe to this channel because it is amazing, and we appreciate the interview. Check it out. All right, you guys have been hearing about our documentary. Now you need to check it out. If all you have to do is just go to our website, scroll down, select The Uncomfortable Truth, and it is an amazing video that we put together. It's a documentary for the ages, and we all should be checking it out. See you on the inside. All right, everybody, we're at a art space here in South Africa. And of course, we got a couple of our people who just arrived here as well. But this is interesting. Okay, I got you. Excuse me. Go ahead and say hi.
Hello.
There she goes over there.
Yo, get back over
Top,
there.
get in there.
Go ahead. Go. Y'all are doing the most.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Always got to be doing the most.
That's good.
It's not so bad. It's not so bad in here in South Africa, is
Oh,
it?
no, this is awesome.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Okay.
Positive. All the whole place just feels like home.
It is home. Actually,
It is.
For me, I live here.
Look at that. Yeah. Isn't that a good picture?
It is. There she goes. That's my cousin right there, y'all.
All pictures are great.
I know, right?
Thank you. Yeah.
I know you guys are enjoying the content, but this is what we do here at The Real South Africa. We bring great people to great locations, and we want to do the same for you. So, of course, reach out to us here at therealsouthafrica.com, and let's book your trip today. All right, guys, this is Mark Blanton from The Real South Africa, and I got some nervous people who want to chat with you guys, but they're just nervous because this is their first time in South Africa or in Africa in general, and they had no intentions of coming here, and it took them years, but they came anyway, and they came with us, The Real South Africa, and one of them just happened to be my cousin. Believe it or not, you're gonna have to figure out which one it is, and of course, let me turn this around because I have somebody else with me as well.
Hey guys, what's going on? Latasha Blanton, The Real South Africa. Just chilling here with family, and hopefully we'll get some good info and you guys can figure out which one is his cousin.
All right, guys. So again, we are having a good time. We are. I don't know what's going on, but I can tell you this. I told her many years ago when we used to sit down and get hamburgers. I think it was like on a Tuesday. They had like cheap hamburgers, and it was in Virginia.
You cheap?
Well, they had hamburgers. It was like you get one and whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, and we used to get hamburgers, and we used to chop it up. And I told her because I stopped talking about South Africa because there was so many people that were like, wait, why you want to go to South Africa? Why you want to go to South Africa? And I'm like, I'm moving to South Africa. So I actually chatted with her, and she doesn't realize that she was the only person that I was actually chatting with about South Africa. So when people ask me, I'm like, nah, I don't even want to talk about it and whatnot. But before we get there, she also brought a guest as well. Let me get serious. Let me stop. Let me get serious. But no, she brought a guest. So I'm gonna let her introduce herself and tell us where she's from and the whole nine. I'm gonna ask you a few questions as well. Are y'all ready?
Ready.
Here we go. Tell them who you are. Talk to them.
Well, I'm Lynette, and I'm from Denver, Colorado. And
I thought you was from Denver. I thought you was from Virginia too.
No, Denver, Colorado.
Okay.
Yeah, Denver.
Okay.
Mile high, city of everything.
Okay.
But being here has been a phenomenal experience.
So far.
Only been here 26 hours.
Yeah.
26 hours, and everybody has been the utmost respectful. It's just been, I feel like I'm at home, period. Like this should be home, period.
It can be.
It will be.
Amen.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it out there. Whew.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it out there. Hey, it's gonna be home.
All right now.
Well, first of all, what you drinking?
Purple rain.
Okay.
I need another one.
But now she could pass as my cousin and whatnot, being from not Maine, thank God.
Right.
Okay. I know, right? Yeah, I am. All right. And we're gonna move on. Well, then we got this one here. She's gonna tell you her story, and it's a pretty colorful one. You get
My
it?
story.
Yeah, my South African friends got that reference. It's a colorful one.
Gotcha. So my name is Carrie Haynes, and I live in the Washington, D.C. area, but I'm originally from Maine, believe it or not.
That's actually a state.
I know you never met anybody from Maine, let alone a black person from Maine, but here you go. So I have been planning this trip for 3 years.
Yes, she has, y'all.
But because of COVID, I didn't get here yet. But now I'm here. I'm happy to be here. I love it here, and I actually plan on moving here.
Already?
I can't tell you how many times growing up as a kid in Maine, I was told to go back to Africa.
Okay, but tell
Like I was telling them,
wait a
I had
minute.
never been.
Now tell them about this Maine. Tell them.
What do you want to know about Maine? I was the only black in my school,
Yeah.
in my town actually, other than my little brother. And let's just say it wasn't pleasant all the time.
No.
But I will say, DC changed that. It's very diverse in DC.
Sure.
But coming here, like Lynette said, we've only been here 26 short hours. But I feel at home. And even walking into a store and not being followed or asked what my intentions were,
Yeah, definitely.
that's something new for me. So I like this. I want this.
Yeah.
And I plan on moving here eventually.
Okay, because you're looking at your second half of your life, as you say, on this side.
Yes. Recently I had a health scare and got that situated and fixed.
Yeah.
But life is short and we need to make the most of it. And I kind of want to live where I'm going to be in the majority.
Yeah.
So I'm ready to check it out. I'm enjoying it, and maybe Mark will let us come on video after I've been here a little bit more time.
I may.
And I met my husband, my future husband. I'm just gonna put that out there.
But I thought you, because normally people like to go home and find their mates and their husbands, but you can go to Maine.
No.
And
He did not just say that. First off, anyone black in Maine, I'm related to them. So that ain't a good look.
come on now, that's a whole state now.
That's what, maybe 1 to 2% black?
Yeah.
So go look up the facts. Yeah, no.
Okay.
I kind of want someone that's a little bit more cultured than an American. Sorry, I am American. I'm not ashamed. But I just kind of want someone whose horizons are more broadened and I don't know, they're just about a little something
They're
more.
gonna be in your DMs.
Come on, bring it.
Someone's gonna be in my
Never been married. Look, wait a minute. Let me just add. I've never been married and have no children.
Look here, guys. I apologize to all my Xhosa friends, to all my Zulu friends, to all my Sangha friends, and did you hear that? And I apologize. I didn't mean to bring all this over here. We were just trying to have a
thank
very
you.
nice,
They'll thank you.
a very nice evening. And keep in mind, we've been drinking a little bit. Or I'm not gonna say I've been drinking.
Thank you. Thank you.
What is this? Here, have a sip.
But he has only had a sip, though. I
You
will
guys
say
are horrible.
I will say
That's the
that.
second one.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's the second one.
But are you counting?
I count.
Obviously.
Oh my God, man! You know what? We are a wholesome network here,
That's right.
Yes.
and a wholesome, people that come.
Right.
But like to have fun. Wholesome and fun go hand in hand.
Yes, they do.
Make no mistake.
You got anything you want to help me out with, Tasha?
Listen, I don't have anything because I am enjoying the roasting that's going on right here. I am enjoying the livelihood and the honesty, and it's good when his family comes because I get to see
Where it come from.
I like to see everything come full circle, and it's amazing that she took the time to come over here. It is a long time coming, but I'm happy that she's here, and we're gonna have us a good time the next week or so. So you guys just gotta watch and see how it pans out. So
Okay. Well, I know y'all guys probably don't know which one is my cousin.
you already
Yeah.
I gotta turn this around. This is
Know
embarrassing.
his DNA.
This is embarrassing. Cause y'all know I have a wholesome, spirit here and whatnot. But every once in a while you bring family in and they come over here and they do their thing. They over there laughing. Let me show you. She over here laughing at me.
There is no shame. I'm having a great time. This is wholesome fun.
Yeah.
Come
It's
on
all
and
good.
join us.
It's all good. Oh, so are you recommending that people should come for real?
that's
I
right.
beyond
Straight up.
recommend. I'll be coming again this year, maybe at the end of the year for New Year's. Highly recommend it.
It'll be summer, by the way. It'll be freezing on the North American
Yeah,
market.
so definitely time to leave and come here and work on my tan so I can look more related to Mr. Bland.
That's right. And my tans are 1,000. So what are you saying? Are you saying people should come?
I should say that.
Even people from Denver.
Oh.
Hey man, our food is showing up. The food is showing up.
Put that right in the middle.
All right.
Thank you so much.
So even those from Denver should show up.
Oh yeah, I think everybody should show up, show out, and enjoy,
Yep.
and see what's here to enjoy, which is everything.
Yeah. Cool.
So if you from Denver and you watching this, bring your ass on.
Whoa.
Oh,
Yeah.
your tail and yeah, sorry.
Cool. All right.
That's the purple rain.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I need another one to try.
All right, guys. We're gonna let it go from now. We're gonna go ahead and eat our food and enjoy ourselves. But hopefully, we will see you guys out there in the streets. And if obviously, we would like for you guys to leave comments as well. Of course, you will. So we will chat with you guys later. Bye.
Come and visit beautiful Cape Town. Be a tourist in the City of Gold, Johannesburg. Enjoy the warm water of the Indian Ocean in Durban. Interact with wildlife on a private game reserve. Luxury 5-star hotels. And of course, world-class spas. Contact The Real South Africa today for your African adventure.
Hey there, hey everyone. This is Mark Blanton with The Real South Africa.
And Dr. Latasha Blanton with The Real South Africa.
And of course, we're out traveling and whatnot. But hey, we got a lot of videos that you guys have been watching, been enjoying, been commenting on, been sharing, been telling everybody about. And we really, really, really appreciate the fact that you are following us because we are giving you exactly what you're looking for and what you need. You know what I'm saying, Tasha?
I do. That's exactly what we're trying to do. Just make sure that you have an open mind and a well-rounded, picture of what South Africa actually offers.
Yeah, absolutely. So as you're seeing, all of these people who are coming here, actually through our company, through The Real South Africa, and then of course the interview that you're going to see, in just a few minutes. And of course, stay with this video. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel. But we want you guys to know because people think that, hey, The Real South Africa just showed up and we just came here. Well, a lot of you guys know our story and a lot of you guys don't. And the funny part about it is the people who don't realize that, you know, when we came through many years ago, we didn't have YouTube channel to follow. We didn't have anyone to, you know, enlighten us to what's happening here on the continent or here in South Africa. Do you remember that?
I do. There was no real apparatus that said, hey, do this, do that. We kind of fumbled our way through it, which is why we do our very best to make sure you don't hit any branches on the way down. But, you know, I remember distinctly, you know, before moving, we came as
a tourist.
As tourists.
Yeah.
And we came in as tourists with no real intention of actually moving to South Africa. And then after we did that, we came on an extended stay.
Yeah.
We stayed in Cape Town. We spent another week in Johannesburg. And that's how we were able to decide where we wanted to move. And then from there, hon, what did we do? We just came.
We kept coming back as tourists, getting used to the area, getting used to, you know, where is this, where is that.
Hanging out with locals.
Yeah, so it became commonplace. So it became a really nice transition. So sometimes, you know, when we hear people say, you know what, I just want to move. I just want to leave the Midwest and I just want to move to South Africa, sight unseen. I want to buy a house. I want to do all these things. We're kind of like, well, hold on. Maybe you probably need to come here as a tourist. And then there are those that are saying, I don't want to be a tourist. So it's hard for us to kind of understand that because we know that's how
that's the gateway.
Yeah, that was the gateway. That's how we buttered our bread. That's how we learned about South Africa. And it gave us the motivation to actually do what we do in reference to, hey, we want to live in Johannesburg versus living in Washington, D.C. metropolitan area.
Or Arizona or any other place we're thinking about, you know, retiring in, or thinking about where we're going to spend the rest of our days as we get older, because unfortunately that is what happens.
Yeah.
But we came here to build a relationship, and you hear it said all the time, come build a relationship, and you can't do that by saying, I just want to move.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't just date somebody and say, I want to marry them. I mean, there are people who do that.
Some people do.
But I just don't recommend that when you're trying to move to another country.
Yeah, so we've just found that the way that we do it has put people in a position to win. As you guys have already seen, there are people here who come as tourists. They love it. They come back and forth. Some of them started their own YouTube channels, which you probably already know that. And a lot of those people came through us. Some of them didn't, but most of them did. They felt like they needed to tell the story because we need to tell our own story.
100%.
And then lastly, what happens is you get people who actually decide, you know what, because I came here properly, because I've seen South Africa the way that I need to see it, they end up saying, okay, well, what do I got to do? So they end up getting that motivation like we did. We knew we were fine where we were, but could we do better? And
yes.
So we found out that coming here as a tourist worked, spending time here worked. So when it was time, then it was a very easy move.
100%. It was easy for me. I don't know what it was for you, but it was easy for me because I was so familiar, because I had come here enough times and I felt comfortable.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I felt comfortable the very first time I came, but coming back to make ourselves more familiar made it seem more like this is where we were supposed to be.
Yeah. So again, when you're watching these videos and you're watching everybody, trust me, the backstories sound like this. Oh, I'm you know, what about this? What about that? I'm afraid to come to South Africa, or I'm not coming to, you know, whatever. They didn't have nobody really had any intentions until they saw our content. And then now when you see these videos afterwards, all these first testimonial videos, you see where they are. We don't train them to say these things.
No, we don't. And a lot of them, which I think speaks to how we felt, is that it wasn't like anybody was advertising South Africa to us. No one advertised South Africa to them. They will tell you that the first time they heard about South Africa was through us, so we're grateful for that. But South Africa wasn't on anybody's radar. Yeah. So the fact that it's on the radar now says that something's going in the right direction and you guys are actually paying attention and listening.
Yeah, absolutely. So we welcome you to finish watching this video. It's a great interview that we did. And then if you want to, go to our channel. There's a whole first impression videos of people who have came over the years. And keep in mind, we can't interview everyone that comes, because like right now we have 20 26 people in country right now and making their first impressions, getting their first impression of South Africa, getting their very first. And trust me, the comments that we get from them are incredible. They're absolutely incredible, and we feel really good about it. And I know it's not just us. We're just opening it up. However, I will give it to South Africa and the people of South Africa, because that's who they're meeting when they get here. We don't do the resort thing where we put you on a resort
and leave you
there for a few days and come back and say, how was it? We don't do that. We actually take you around and you get an opportunity to do everything. We have staff everywhere to make sure that your time here in South Africa is perfect. So that's basically what we do, and you can always go to our website, therealsouthafrica.com, and start your adventure right there. And then, of course, you can contact us if you have any questions. So you have anything else to say, Tasha?
Nope, thank you. Bring your butt to South Africa and come see for yourself.
Absolutely. We'll see you.
All right, guys, LaTasha Blanton here, The Real South Africa, and I am so excited that I have this mom and daughter that took the time to come all the way to South Africa from Washington, D.C. to explore South Africa. So they're going to say their first names for us.
I'm Amanda.
I'm
Jacqueline.
Excellent. So you guys have been here for how long now?
6 days.
6 days. A lot's happened in 6 days?
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
It's been like a whirlwind.
Was it long enough?
No. No, we wish we had more time.
So what have you guys done? Like, talk to me about like what it's like to be here, like whatever you can think of. I want to hear it.
We've eaten, we've gone on history tours, we've gone on a safari adventure, which was my all-time favorite.
Was it?
I can't wait. I love the safari so much that I would like to buy property nearby so I can go to the reservation as often as I want.
No, which one did you went to 2, right?
We went to Pilanesberg.
Okay.
So we just did 1.
Okay.
But first, I'd like to go back there.
Okay.
Pilanesberg was great. I know we only saw just a fraction of it.
Yeah.
But we actually had 2 trips.
We'd like to go to Kruger too.
Oh yeah.
If we have some time.
We had the guides take us out for the first, but then we had our driver take us out.
Yeah, so we
No
a
way.
totally different experience.
And first of all, shout out to Herbert and Gratham. They were our favorite because they not only did they just do a good job of driving us around the area,
right.
but they knew the history,
Very
like starting from the very beginning in the 1700s. They were able to just like explain their experience through apartheid, Herbert's experience growing up in apartheid, the transition through to like the new era of South Africa, and then they were able to talk about modern day history. Herbert is like a hobby.
He's a walking encyclopedia.
A walking encyclopedia. He's like a nature reserve hobbyist. So he could talk about all the different animals. He brought in a telephoto lens and got like the best shot. Even though like we had like
little dinky
cameras and cell phones, but he had like the long professional telephoto lens. He got a close-up shot of a leopard sitting in a tree that we could not get a shot of. So he's going to be able to send us the photos that he.
So wait a minute.
Yeah.
First of all, seeing leopards is like
super rare.
100% super rare. So you're telling me that Herbie, the infamous Herbie, that everybody loves, had a lens so powerful that he saw one in a tree?
He got the head was poking out of the tree, and he got a close-up shot of it.
The leopard was actually waiting for the impala.
There was some impala like 30
he
feet
was
away.
on the hunt.
And and the impala like watching the tree like, y'all look, somebody keep an eye on that. The leopard's looking back like, I got one of y'all. Just wait. But so we got to see that interaction too, because normally you go to a zoo, you learn about the animals, but because it's not their natural habitat, it's very sterile and very controlled. But the beauty of nature is
unfair.
And it's unfair because animals don't belong caged up like that.
That's
but
very
in a nature reserve, you get to see them in their natural habitat. the way they're supposed to be, and you see all these just organic interactions with them.
Okay.
And that's the kind of stuff that
So you loved all of that.
I
Oh my
loved
God.
all of that.
And you know what? You're more appreciative because you know that, okay, you have to sit and wait for the rhino to come out of the water.
You can be
Right.
sitting there for an hour,
Right.
Yeah.
just to be there, peaceful. It's quite, you hear the birds, you get the sun, and that nice, clean South African breeze. Man,
You know,
that's-
it's so
I could
funny.
spend a week doing that.
But it's beautiful that you say that, and I say this because most of our people before they come here, like, I don't want to go on safari.
Why?
Are you kidding me? Like, listen, our vehicle, the sides were open. Like,
Right.
It couldn't have been more better. Like, that is the way to go. Like, to be inside a closed vehicle and you're putting the window down and you're trying. No, we were like wide open. Like, oh, look over here.
That's the best part, right? Because you get a 360 view of like what you're actually seeing. So the people that say to us, we don't want to go on safari, I'm like, trust me on this one.
You're gonna love it.
Just go. It's only for 3 hours. Like, you're not going to be out there all day. The drive is a little bit much, but you can sleep on the drive coming and going unless Herbie is having a conversation with you. But 3 hours is nothing
You don't even want to leave.
to be out there.
To be out there, I'm just going to be honest.
Please.
You smelling the.
Yeah.
you smell the dropping.
You do.
The full experience.
But I love that
I
part.
mean, honestly, here's the thing. It wasn't even offensive. It's like, okay, fine. This is where they live. This is what happens, right? But then you have the fresh air. Then you have the sun. Then you have the view. You have all of this, contributes to the entire experience. And after seeing all of that, we went and had lunch there.
An outdoor
The
lunch.
lunch was amazing.
And then you still seeing the animals too, because they had like the patio,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
the overlook, and they were just,
They can
the
look.
gazelle were just like walking up and looking to see what's going on, and then they go somewhere else.
Wonderful experience, okay? And we, Herbie took us to the lodge, like where they have like the apartments that you can purchase or rent, or I guess they were like timeshare.
Okay,
like that.
okay.
But we weren't allowed to go in because they were renovating some of them, and they said that they wouldn't show them like
Oh, okay.
the state. But we went to the gift shop.
Okay.
And we met this young man, right?
Yeah.
Okay, he had art. He was an artist. Right?
Okay.
And he had these drawings, like 10 drawings, and he unrolled them of the tigers and the leopards and all this stuff. And we're like, what? Did you draw this yourself? He goes, yeah.
He just does it.
I said, did you go to school to learn how to do this? He goes, no. I'm like, how long have you been doing this? He says, since about 8 years old, I've been just doing this. And I'm like, this is beautiful.
Wow.
I'm like, do you have Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, something? You should be selling. He goes, no, not really.
Wow.
Totally different.
Lots of raw talent around here.
Raw
Lots
talent.
of raw
Tell her
talent.
about when we were at, was it the Mall of Africa? No, we were
Oh,
getting
we went
dinner.
What was the name of that place?
The Signature restaurant.
Yes.
That place was amazing. Thank
Okay.
you for setting that up.
You're
Well, you
welcome.
guys,
We were-
seriously, the way you planned this out, just like, it was
You're
just-
welcome.
yeah.
But so we were waiting for the driver to come.
Yes.
And so we're just sitting at the entrance, and there's a group of kids that live in the neighborhood. They had gone to get dinner, and they were coming back, and they stopped to do a TikTok video, and one of the girls started singing, and we're like, she's singing the song better than
The person that
who
made the
it.
song.
And being in the mall, it just echoed out.
Like the acoustics was just perfect for her voice, and she's just goofing around with her friends. So when the driver came, my mom stopped and let her know, like, hey, you are a really good singer. And she's like, oh my God, really? I'm just playing around with my friends. She's like, no, you're really good. You need to be in a competition or something.
Wow.
There's so much raw talent just out in the streets, and to be able to witness that was a reminder of where we come from as Black people. Like that's us. We are naturally gifted.
Yeah.
We
Resourceful.
are resourceful. We're
Resilient.
ingenuitive. We're resilient.
Yeah.
We can take any situation, especially if it's a situation where we are meant to fail, and we flip it and turn it into something
We
great.
put a whole new meaning to making lemonade out of lemons. I'm just trying to tell you, like, seriously, don't believe the lies that society has been telling us and teaching treating us. Okay, we had an opportunity to drive through Silway too.
How was that?
That was incredible too.
Let me tell you something.
You tell.
Seriously, you know, when you see the conditions, okay, I thought it was bad, but it was worse than what I thought.
Okay.
And we didn't see all of it, and we didn't see the worst of it. But the beauty of it is, these people, they built their little shacks out of whatever they found, right? But beside the shack, you will see corn this tall, okay? I'm like, what talent, right? It's not easy to grow corn. I'm not a farmer. I tried to grow corn at home, and it was like, no, this is just not gonna work, right?
Who tries to grow corn? you grow like tomatoes or something, not corn.
Corn, right? And I'm like, this is so impressive. The people were so happy, like they're not stressed, and you know, they're just walking
They're
around
going about their day.
and, you know, and I'm like, who does that? You know, we have been conditioned to believe that
They're unhappy,
we're
they're
lazy,
sad,
we're miserable,
right?
we're this, with that, and all this stuff. But to see the beauty, and this is something that you and Mark always say, you come with an open mind, right? And it's almost like what you see, but then you see beyond that.
100%.
Okay, and the beauty, there's beauty in everything. Okay, they may have these people in these little townships and these shanty towns and all this, but if you look at the horizon, it's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's very beautiful. It's very beautiful.
I'm humbled by that, right? I had to put my camera away. I said no.
No, we didn't want to take pictures of them and like see that as a form of entertainment or anything.
No, and I appreciate that because we see enough of that anyway. Like that's the image they only want to put out. But then, yes, you got to experience it. You understand that it exists, but it's not all of it. Like
Exactly.
like where you stayed also exists. How was your apartment, by the way?
Oh, we loved it, and we want an apartment like that because we've already decided we're coming back.
But this time,
and we want to stay here at the Marriott.
Longer. So I'm like, okay, do I get a discount for staying longer? They're like, oh yeah, we'll give you a discount.
No, you do.
Yeah. So I'm like, definitely. This is one more thing I want to say about Sweden. Listen, they had shopping centers.
They did.
Okay.
They have malls.
Had salons. Like, I'm like, what in the world? They had bars. Like, seriously. This is what you see. You see what I'm saying? So you have these people in this situation. They've taken nothing and made something out of it.
But that speaks to the testament of the type of people.
That's who we are. So this is why they want to take from us and keep us down. But they're still rising above it. I say they rise as a phoenix. They rise above the ash. You take those same people and give them the same resources that other people have. Would be in Wakanda?
Would be like living in Wakanda? Yeah.
Like what?
Oh, Wakanda,
And
the fictional the fictional real place.
Yeah, the fictional real place.
I tell you what, and I talk to people like all the time. And my daughter says talk too much, but when we're out, we talk to people.
100%. That's how else you supposed to know.
And I tell them, I said, listen, if we get the Americans, the Black Americans, and other Black people from all over the world, because we're everywhere. Because
We are.
Everywhere,
We are.
Right? And we come here and we put us together, we will be unstoppable, right? Because they don't want it.
They don't want,
They
that,
don't
to
want that to happen.
They're scared of what we can do.
Fear of a Black Planet. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm just trying to tell you the Black.
I want that on a shirt.
That's a good one. But yeah, I think we'd be unstoppable.
Hopefully people will hear that and understand that when you come to South Africa, it's not about coming to fix it.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, you do have resources. You are a resource in and of yourself. And when you talk about investing in the country, it's not about coming to buy a property or coming to start a business. Just you being here and spending your money here this last 6 days is an investment in this country. I mean, you were able to help someone, pay their school fees, or maybe get a uniform for their child, or maybe buy dinner for their family because you were able to leave a tip. Like, all those things matter. It's on a macro level that we're able to do things. Like, it doesn't have to be this huge, grandiose project. And I think that that's where we misunderstand that it's, every little person matters. And I know that we get caught up in you know, one person can't, you know, stop something, but one person can start something.
Wow,
And I
I'm
think
glad you
that,
said
and I
that.
think that that's where we need to understand that I, as a person, can at least start a chain reaction by just coming here. That's what you're doing. You know, when you come back as a repeat offender, that's what we call you guys.
Well, yeah, we're already on that.
When you come back as a repeat offender, that's your investment into this country. That's your investment into these people. Like, don't stop the thought process of saying, this is where I felt the most comfortable.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah, and you know, and I told my daughter, I said, you know what? I said, every person that we encounter, we plant seed in them.
100%.
Okay, and I try and tell them, the first thing they say, oh, America, we want to come to America. And I'm like,
No.
That's not the face you made, is it?
let me tell you something about
There's a couple things going on there you should know about if you want to come visit.
I'm saying, okay,
Let me find out y'all are discouraging people from going to America.
I'm just trying to be
We want them to know what the
transparent,
reality
right?
is, because the problem that we've noticed is there's an image that is presented to the world, and then there's the truth, and those don't line up entirely.
But it's the same thing with what you're presented as far as like this image
with
is
the
concerned.
same, yeah. So it seems like
Everybody's
here-
being lied to.
Everyone's being lied
they
to,
flipped
and it
it.
seems like the impression here is that, you know, everybody's either wealthy or famous, and, you know, we just live these.
We know
glitzy,
Beyonce
glamorous-
and Jay-Z
Yeah, we know
and
that. First of
Jada
all,
and Will. Like,
we
I
only
don't
know
know
them
them
through
people.
YouTube. That's it. And then the second is, like, not everybody is rich over there, and if you have money that you didn't pay for somebody else, you worked really hard to get it, and it's so easy to take. Like, we were burned out when we got here, and it's because we worked like dogs. You know, we go through so much, and then here
We
we were.
have to tell you some things off camera.
That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. As long as you got to relax for a few days.
Oh my gosh, I feel like
you know,
I feel like it can handle everything that's waiting for me back home.
Okay,
now.
well, let that stay relaxed until you get off the plane. Don't pick it up on the plane.
Oh no, that's what I promised myself.
We
Yeah.
have to tell you about what's going on at home, but
That's off the camera.
this whole thing about jet lag, like, what? I never experienced jet lag. Like, no, I never did.
Oh,
So you got up moving.
Once.
You must have been excited. Most people sleep for 2 days.
No, we ain't got time
No,
to do that.
we
Get
were
back
running
home.
off adrenaline when we
Yeah,
got
we were
here.
straight. But I have to tell you this though. This is what made the difference. This was not stressful. Like, we had everything we needed. Kindness goes a long ways. From the time we got out of the car. Well, no.
Even
From the time we
before
got
that,
to the airport.
when we got to the
time we-
airport,
it's like, oh my gosh, oh my god. We were so catered to. This is a true story. This just happened. Right before when we were coming down, we'd make sure we wanted to meet you on time, right? So we're like, oh, early
let's
down
get
here.
down here.
Oh, okay,
Have
thank
our
you.
luggage and everything. Stuff, right? The guy.
The bellhops up there,
Two of them.
Sandile and Victor,
Yes.
Stopped
came
us.
to the elevator.
They were like, what are you guys
What are you
doing?
doing? We're
Getting
like,
your luggage.
Getting our
Right?
luggage.
I'm
And
like,
they're
yeah,
like,
we
why
got
didn't
it.
you call us so we could come
and get it.
upstairs and
we're
bring
like,
it for you? And we're like, what?
What?
You
would've
can
done
do that? And they're like, yes.
We were like, well, we're so used to doing things ourselves. I'm like, no.
We're like, no. And then they're
We got
like,
the cart.
we're like, no, give us your bags.
Yeah.
Victor got the cart, pulled it over. Sandile's loading it on. He's like, you let us know if you need any more help.
It's nice,
Tell us if
right?
your driver is coming. We'll get your stuff into the car.
It's almost like they put salve on the wound being here. They soothe us. Listen, to experience, and this is why I say I felt seen being here, because I hate to talk about home, but just the contrast. We can go to these places and travel to these hotels and everything, right? We're tolerated. We're tolerated.
We're not
right? It's like-
welcomed. We're just tolerated.
right? Here, oh my gosh, they're like, welcome, I'm so glad you came. And I'm like, they're looking at you in your eyes
In
and
your
you're
face.
like, they're like, yeah,
They're
doing
genuine.
this.
They're
Yeah,
genuine.
right?
They're actually connecting
And
with
I'm
you.
like, I'm so glad to be here. Right? You just don't know how glad I am to be here.
That's amazing. That's so. I mean, it's refreshing to hear it. I know people think that we hear it all the time, but everyone's experience is different for them. And even if you say the same words, I always say it's because the English language is limited, and what you're really feeling you can't express with the words that we have.
Right? Like,
So I think that.
amazing is like what?
But I think that if we had more words, if we weren't using English, if we had another word to express it, we would do that. But we don't have we don't have another word to express how we feel. I mean,
and you know what? My heart is so like overjoyed and encouraged to see that. Like, okay, so I've been doing a lot of research on African and American history and the whole slave trade and the whole 9 yards. And when I think about our ancestors and how, you know, what we went through to even, you know, being kidnapped and taken over to wherever, like all over the world, not just America, right? And I'm sure that they prayed to maybe come back one day, right? And the conditions that they were shipped over, like cargo, right? And the fact that they survived, not all of them, but they survived.
which is why you're here.
That's why I'm here.
That's why you're here.
I have that DNA, right? And honestly, I'm not even making this up. Even like when I talk about this, I feel just chills all over. When I encounter our people, and I feel chills all over. It's like I connect with them, right? And so I think that when us flying over on this big old Airbus, right, and we're on that flight for 16 hours, and like, oh my God, my knees hurt, my back hurt. But then I thought, the conditions that our ancestors came over in. So I'm like,
It took longer than 16 hours.
Pull your blanket up on you and do what you need to do, right? And so, but I just say that they prayed for us to come back here. So we didn't come back here in chains, naked, poor, broke. We came back here educated. We have resources to bring back here, to pour back. So it's gone full circle, right? So they dragged us over there, right? Enslaved us, beat us, blah, blah, blah. We rose above that out of the ash, right? We took our lemons and we made lemonade, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to bring what we accomplished over there and plant it here.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. And I think that as long as we understand we're planting seeds, that we are the seed, that I think we can get a whole lot further than trying to think we're coming to change what they've already put in place. We're just going to come and add value. Like, that's how I look at it. Our job is to add value, not to take away, not to see competition,
Not to dominate.
And to
definitely
learn.
not to dominate.
And
Oh
to
yeah,
learn.
100% learn.
You know, I had one gentleman said to me, and this thing, it almost brought me to tears, actually. And we were talking about, you know, everybody's fascinated with America. And honestly, on the camera and on TV, it's amazing, right? But yeah, you go a little bit beneath the surface, you're going to see a whole new, you'll see townships and oh my gosh, but they don't show that, right? And he said to me, I'm so poor, I'm so tired of being poor. And I said, please don't ever say that. I said, the soil that you're standing on is so rich. I said, you're so rich. I said, you're richer than me. That's not what I said. Because the richness here is from above.
Right.
They're trying to buy it and trying to exploit it and everything. They haven't even tapped into it. They haven't even scratched the surface because it comes from God. Man cannot create this kind of richness. You know, we can win the lottery, we can do all this, but this out here, you know, that comes from God. And the people here are wealthy.
I think they are too. So I think that you guys had a good experience so far. You were talking to me about the accommodations. You want to come back and live like that again?
Yes, please. Is there a way to make that happen?
Absolutely. There's a way to make a plan for anything around here.
Yeah, I feel like I can breathe.
Yeah.
I feel like I can breathe.
So food. Talk to me about food really quickly. Did you eat enough?
Oh
Yes,
my
we ate
gosh.
more than enough.
I'm having to hit that gym so hard.
Yeah, we missed our week,
It's so bad.
so we got to get back into it.
Yeah, because honestly, I don't really eat meat back there. And I've watched your videos. I've heard people say, oh, I don't eat meat. And that's true. The meat there is not right.
What'd you have here? Oh, you had lamb chops for
had
breakfast.
Lamb
I
chops
had
and chicken wings.
I had beef. I had pork. I had shrimp.
Okay.
Yeah, so I had
Prawns. You had prawns.
I had
Yeah,
prawns.
the
Sorry.
oh so
Can't say
delicious.
shrimp. We have prawns here.
Prawns. I had prawns, and I don't feel bloated and miserable.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, seriously, I don't know what they're doing. Let me tell you something else. This is why I really don't do this video because I don't want to.
No, you're good. You're good. I want to make sure they can hear you though.
but our meat stinks.
What? Like it's actually smelly.
It smells bad. It smells, even though it's fresh.
It's fresh. It smells dead.
It smells dead. And so I don't even like to touch it. Honestly, at home, I don't even really cook it. I just don't. If I do, I have the gloves. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to smell it. And and then this is why we have to put all the seasoning on it to drown that out. Even cooked meat, it has a smell to it. I'm serious. It's really bad.
I stopped eating meat back that side just simply because I didn't like the smell of it either. And it didn't digest well.
Yeah,
and
so like it just sits in
so
your
like it just
stomach
sits there and it doesn't move.
You
So
smell it in your skin.
Yeah.
so I do eat meat occasionally here, but the meat here does taste.
So much
Texture, the whole 9 yards. Like I even had like the beef sausage. I don't really eat sausage, but
She ate that.
So she ate that.
She ate that sausage.
How was breakfast here?
Oh, it's delicious. First of all, the way they lay everything out.
Isn't it beautiful?
Beautiful.
Like I want one of everything.
You can just take a little here, and then they have like all the pastries stacked up on a little table. It's
what about the
cute.
little cake that they wrap in the paper?
The little, oh my gosh, they have the pound cake thing that they wrap in a little paper and they tie some rope around it.
Every morning I say I'm going to take a picture, but I eat it before.
Yeah, we eat some.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You were enjoying the moment. Enjoying the moment.
Okay,
And
wait a
then,
minute. Oh, sorry.
and then the way that they have the hot food laid out. You know how normally if you go to a buffet, it's kind of just sitting out in the open,
It looks
and
like
you
a
just
pig's trough.
you hope nothing bad happened to it before you got there. It does look like
Who touched it?
right. But here they have it in these like these nice glass and ceramic dishes. It's got a nice big lid on it. You lift it up, you take out what you need.
And the lid is heavy.
It's
Actually,
heavy.
you gotta
Like
like.
stick your
Right.
fingers in.
You
Yeah.
can't just stick your hand in there. I'm like, the food's clean. I feel the clean. The butter is
What about the bacon?
okay.
All right, we don't
know what they did to this bacon, but the bacon's delicious. And it's like, I'm serious.
Kind of like smoke cooked. or
It's like
something.
it's actually smoky, but back home they like add liquid smoke to it, so
And it
it's
stinks.
not. And it's
Seriously, the bacon stinks. People says it smells. Oh, that bacon smells so good. I'm like, no,
no,
this
not
bacon
really.
stinks.
But this
here,
bacon, and it's not all greasy. I don't know why our bacon is so greasy. This bacon,
You guys are cracking me up.
on it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, what about the beans?
Yeah, that
Beans for breakfast.
delicious. I kind of felt bad for our driver because we ate too many and we
You're like, sorry, it was the beans for breakfast.
blasted him away, so we had to crack the window.
But it's funny because we would never think about having beans for breakfast.
Well, that's a British thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the only other time I've seen it. And,
Yeah.
But those beans were good.
They were good. I'm like Amanda. You have to get some beans and bacon.
Beans, I can see that. I can see that together. I mean, we put bacon in our baked beans anyway, so might as well have them together. Anything else you want the people to know about your time here that you can share while the camera's on?
Okay, guys, let me tell you something.
Make sure they can hear you.
Okay. Make sure you guys hear me.
Let me get it closer.
Don't believe the hype. You guys have to come. You have to come and see it. You have to come and feel it, experience it. And I'm going to be honest with you. I mentioned to my husband that I was coming to Africa. He goes, oh, it's dangerous over here, right? I'm like, yeah, it is, but I'm going anyway.
Have you felt danger?
Not at all.
Okay, I was wondering.
Not at all. Now, I will tell you, I did get a little, we were in Soweto. Was it? No, it was a Mandela. Yeah, it was Soweto. Yeah.
Okay.
We went to the Mandela house, right? Some of the street performers, they got a little bit too close.
That's just because they're used to seeing tourists.
Okay.
And it is the
that made me a little bit.
So
Yeah.
they were kind of anxious. 'Cause,
Yeah.
You know, they're trying to
And they were trying
make
to
it
sell
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
But Grantham, he handled his business, right?
They always do.
He was like, no, they just got here, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yes, because I was ready to run. I was going to run.
So let's talk about that really quickly. You know, you speak about Gratham and you speak about Herbie, and the truth is, people want to come and do a Soweto tour on their own, maybe take an Uber down there and kind of see it on their own. But the truth is, you know, having a guide with you does kind of add a layer of protection. Not that they would do anything to you, but you not knowing what, because it looks aggressive to you.
It does.
But they're not being aggressive. But if you don't know, you're going to tense up. You're going to
And
look
I did.
scared, and not can lead to other things that people, if you start looking like a tourist, you start acting like a tourist, and you become a target. So we have guides in place so that those things don't happen for a reason. So people that think they can come here and do it on their own, it's not that you can't do it on your own, but you do put yourself at a level of risk, and then you are that person that comes back with a bad story about South Africa, when you have to look at yourself and say, what did I do to put myself at risk? Because there's a lot of things that we put in place to mitigate risks for you guys, but they're not any different than I would mitigate if you came to visit me in the U.S. I'm going to mitigate risks wherever I go for myself and for anybody that's involved with us. So that speaks to the level of what it is we're trying to do. I want you to come here and relax.
Yes.
I don't want you to be worried.
No.
Oh yeah, we were not worried.
Not at all. And the whole, like, with the drivers and everything was so organized. WhatsApp, I'm so glad you're download WhatsApp.
Yeah.
I never had it.
Yeah, you can delete it now.
No, I like it.
It's easy.
But the drivers, and I would get a text message, oh, your driver's going to be here this time. Oh, they're going to be here. Oh, you're going to do this tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. Everything was so organized and in place, right? We come down here, we go out, the car's out there, we get in the car, blah, 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 we go do what we do. Oh, your driver's going to be here. You come out, you get in the car. Everything was so well organized and well put together.
Thank you.
I'm telling, even out with the locals, I'm telling, oh yeah, you gotta contact. I'm telling people to contact Real South Africa, and they're like in South Africa. I'm like, no, you gotta call them. They're great resources, right? So yeah, no, the Real South Africa is the way to go.
Thank you. We appreciate it. We thank you for your time. Do you have any last words, Miss Amanda?
She said everything.
Okay. Mom and daughter speaking for each other. That's how it works around here. But thank you guys so much for the opportunity. We do hope that you come back and that you have a safe flight home. And now, guys, we're going to have conversations off camera because we don't want you to hear what's going on. We'll catch you next.
South Africa, we do nothing but tourism, and everything that we do is based in South Africa, almost. A lot of you guys realize that we did go to, where did we go? We went to Victoria Falls, and we had an amazing experience. We got an opportunity to talk to the owner of the location that we really like, and we know that you guys are gonna like too. So I'm gonna put that information, actually I'm gonna put our little interview we did with her with this as well, so you guys can check that out. But at the same time, we did a lot of stuff there, and what we want to bring to you is our opportunity to fly over the falls. I'm gonna put that video together, so look at it pretty close. Now, the good part about all of this, so Obviously, we got great packages coming to Joburg, Cape Town, Durban. We also got great packages going to Safari out in Kruger National Park and all of that. The good part about all of it is that when you guys decide to say, you know what, I want to do what the Blantons did, I want to do what Real South Africa does, then you could pick your Johannesburg package, your Cape Town package, your Durban package, and at the same time, you can actually scroll down a little bit further, click where you see Victoria Falls, and then we will add 4 more days to your trip. So if you're coming for a 6-day to Johannesburg and you're like, I want to go to Victoria Falls, now you got a 10-day package, and you can book all of this on the website, therealsouthafrica.com. So we're making it easy for people to travel to South Africa. We're making it easy for people to go to Victoria Falls. We just want to make it easy for you and so forth. So all I can say is we'll see you guys here in sunny South Africa. All right, guys, this is Mark Edward Blanton from the Real South Africa. And guess what? Our visa services is back. We're going to be helping you guys with visas because we all know that it can be problematic to get a visa here in the Republic of South Africa. So what we have done, we partnered with a big company that will assist us, and we've checked them out. We recommend that their services are very, very proper. Of course, we go with proper here in the Republic of South Africa, and they can assist you. So if you have questions about, do I qualify for a visa? Then that's when we have our consult. You get a consult with these guys. They will literally go through everything with you. And my expectations is for you to ask all the questions that you need to ask so you will know exactly which way to proceed. So they work in every arena of immigrations. So it would definitely help us who are looking to migrate to the Republic of South Africa. And all I can say is first, come on a trip, of course. And once you come on a trip, then you will be motivated to do all the work that needs to happen for you guys to come to South Africa properly. So all I can say is this is a great team. This is a great situation. All I can say is, again, reach out to us at outreach@therealsouthafrica.com. We will respond to you, and then you'll get an email, and then the process has began. Okay, so we will see you guys here properly in sunny South Africa. Do yourself a favor. Come to South Africa. Come to the Kruger and enjoy what is meant for you to enjoy. Look at this environment. Can't you see yourself enjoying yourself right here with the Real South Africa Travel and Tourism? Well, we can make it possible, and we could do this for you today. Go to our website, therealsouthafrica.com, and book, and you'll be part of something like this, something very special, something you can tell your friends and families that you did. And yes, this is Africa. This is the Africa that they do not want you to see, but we're going to show it to you, and we're going to make it available. And yes, we've been there ourselves, and we feel that this is the best experience that you can actually have here in the Republic of South Africa. So come here on safari with us. And of course, visit our website, therealsouthafrica.com. You have reached the Real South Africa, and we are your travel and tourism company based here in South Africa. And of course, we are always talking about safari lodges. They are one of the best places to go to, and you're going to be able to experience it with us. As you see, going on safari is absolutely exhilarating. But in this case, we always do 5-star safari lodges. And in this case, it is no different. This one right here is very, very special because this is built on a train, and this is the only one in the entire world. It is located in Kruger National Park, and we want you guys to come to experience this 5-star opulent experience. It is amazing. I can't explain it to you any better than what you're seeing here. All you need to do is reach out to us at southafrica.com, and then of course you can go ahead and click on Kruger on one of the tabs or contact us via email. But as you see, the food is amazing, everything is nice, and this is what you deserve. So let's go ahead and make this a normal event for yourself and come to South Africa. You will be amazed. All right, guys, welcome to the Real South Africa Travel and Tourism. We are a travel company based in Johannesburg. However, we can get you to Durban because look at what you're looking at. Isn't that amazing? Can't you imagine yourself just hanging out here for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days? I'm trying to tell you, you're probably not going to want to leave like a lot of our guests from the past. However, all you have to do to come here is reach out to our website, therealsouthafrica.com, and you can come and enjoy and see what South Africa is really about. There's so much here, so much to do between the beaches, between the culture, between the food and everything else. And of course, the people here in South Africa in this place called Durban. We will see you here in sunny South Africa.
Thank you so much for spending time with us today. If you like what you saw, please subscribe and don't forget to hit the notifications button